Yes, ma'am, please.
Greetings to everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, namaskar. I'm all using all these greetings because we have people from different parts of the globe, and I know the time zones are different in different regions. So, greetings to everyone from the Indira Gandhi National Open University Regional Center, Bhopal. Uh, I, along with my colleagues, Dr. Anshuman Upadhyay, Deputy Director, Dr. Smriti Gargav, Assistant Director, Dr. Subhash Ranjan Nayak, Assistant Director, and Dr. Kumud Verma, Assistant Director, welcome you all on board this program for the international as well as the national students of IGNOU. Because when we planned this program, we had mainly the learners in mind. And of course, our teachers, our resource persons, our academic counselors, they are all our assets and support system, and they are with us in all our endeavors. So my duty is to welcome each one of you, and I extend hearty welcome to everyone. Here, I would like to mention, give a very a 1 minute background of the program. As you're all aware, we are involved in Special Campaign 3.0, that is a cleanliness drive across offices, across workspaces. As part of that, when we talk of the environment, we know that due to various human activities and due to destructive consumption by the human race, there is regular environmental degradation. And this is a global problem. And when I say a global problem, I am reminded of the Sanskrit phrase Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which is a part of the Sanskrit language and part of the ancient texts of India, which means the earth is one family. When we say one family, then it also means that we have one future, and our problems are also same, and the solutions therefore have to be all found together. We have to collectively work together to find out the solutions for our problems, that is global problems, because the earth is one earth, one family, and one future. So that way, when we look at it, then we can say that the higher educational institutions have a major role to play when we talk of environmental conservation, awareness about environmental conservation, and so on. So keeping these things in mind, there is a mass movement, India-led global mass movement called Mission Life, lifestyle for the environment. So we all believe that the educational system in general and higher educational system in particular has a significant role to play in creating a culture where people modify their lifestyles with the objective of creating an environment which is in tune with with the earth and in tune with the ideas of conservation and preservation of the environment. So with these ideas in mind, this webinar was planned, and for both the national and international students. And we are very privileged to have the a very reputed resource persons on the program, Mr. Lokendra Thakkar. We'll hear to his detailed introduction in a while. But what I would like to say is that we are really fortunate to have Thakkarji on this program. That is how we address somebody respectfully. We add a G to the person. So this is just for the African students and for students from Germany who are with us today. So wholeheartedly, I welcome Mr. Lokendra Thakkar to this program. Thakkarji, we are very fortunate that you have spared time and and have given your kind consent to be with us this evening. Thanks a lot, sir. We also thank Professor Shachi Shah, who is a professor in the School of Inter and Transdisciplinary Studies at the IGNOU headquarters in New Delhi. She is, I would also like to inform the international students that she is also, recently she has taken over as the director of the Center for Open Learning, Online Learning at IGNOU, and therefore you are all in a way linked to her also. And she's also a specialized person in environmental sciences, and we would hear her detailed introduction too in a while. Also, I welcome, rather, I would like to express my thanks to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Nageshwar Rao, who has always been supportive in all our endeavors and who wholeheartedly support all our academic activities. We extend our gratitude to Sir, also extending our gratitude to our Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Shrikant Mahapatra, who always guides us and appreciates us, encourages us in our endeavors. Also, would be who would be joining in a in some time would be is our director of the Regional Services Division, Dr. Umesh Chandra Pandey. He would be joining us in some time. He is the head of the regional centers of IGNOU across the country, and also a great source of strength and support and inspiration for each of the regional centers, including RC Bhopal. So he'll be there for the program, and I welcome, in his absence, I welcome Sir also to the program. Um, any program, any event is cannot be successful unless we have the active participation of all our stakeholders. So I welcome all our academic counselors, our evaluators, IGNOU faculty, and other members of the IGNOU fraternity to this program. And last but not the least, the most important, our dear students, I welcome each and every student to this program. And we would like to listen to you, and we would like to know about your ideas. And that is the very objective of having this program, sensitizing you on the theme, imbibing mission life through higher educational institutions. That we want to sensitize you and also learn from your experiences and also hear to your thoughts. So with these words, once again, a hearty welcome to each one. And I hand over the platform to Dr. Smriti Gargav, my colleague, who would take the program forward. And once Dr. Umesh Chandra Pandey joins us, our director RST, we would request him to give his remarks. So in the meanwhile, we can go ahead with the program. Over to Smriti. So I think, have we lost connection with Smriti? Okay.
Yes, ma'am, connection was lost. Uh, I think welcome address is done, and Dr. UC Pandey is awaited, I think, ma'am.
Yeah, I was just telling the gathering that Dr. Pandey would join in some time. We can go ahead with the program.
Okay, so I request now Dr. Anshuman Upadhyay, Deputy Director, IGNOU Regional Center Bhopal, to please give an introduction of the first resource person, Dr. Professor Lokendra Thakkar. Sorry, he's not professor, I think. Lokendra Thakkar, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Sudhir. Once again, I welcome all the participants and the resource person on the board. And it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Lokendra Thakkar, who is an eminent environmental planner, development communicator, and presently senior scientific officer in Environment Planning and Coordination Organization, IPCO. This is a very important organization in Madhya Pradesh, state of Madhya Pradesh, located at Bhopal, India. He is also coordinator of SKCC, officer in charge of State Wetland Authority, and principal EIAS of IPCO. Sir has a very vast experience while dealing with environmental issues, planning, and coordination. He has an experience of over 32 years in policy planning, project design, and management of sustainable development, climate change, and biodiversity project with a special focus on integration of environment concerns and sustainable natural resources. He has a specialization in various facets of sustainable development, particularly in poverty and environmental issues. His interest is in operationalization of organizational developmental project, knowledge management, designing of training and capacity building activities of various stakeholders involved in environmental protection and sustainable development. He is very well versed with national and national priorities as well as the priorities of the state of Madhya Pradesh, specifically to the development issues are concerned. He has an extensive experience in designing and managing projects supported by various funding agencies like UNDP, World Bank, and Government of India. He has been a fellow of Leadership for Environment and Development Lead India cohort, a worldwide prestigious program on development leadership skill for sustainable development. He has been an official presenter of the Climate Change Project, TCP, India, and he has a wide range of international and regional exposure of international, regional, and national training level and other professional experience. He has authored many national and international uh, research papers, and he has well traveled. Sir, on behalf of IGNOU regional centers and our international students, I welcome you and I invite you to deliver your address. Sir, you are welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Upadhyay. Thank you, Smriti, and thank you, the Regional Office of the IGNU, for inviting me for this program. I'm very happy to be here, and let us try to learn and understand what Mission Life is and how the students of different colleges and youngsters can actually make their contribution in Mission Life. So, Smriti, would you please run my presentation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just please share the screen. I don't have a bigger presentation. I just made a few slides for today's program. So not much of in terms of textual information. I just want to share some of the concepts of mission life and how they can actually be
Can you see
implemented
the
in
presentation, sir?
education. Sorry,
Presentation is visible or not?
now it's visible.
Okay.
Visible, visible.
So can I start the presentation, Smriti?
Yes, sir, please. Can you see the
Okay.
presentation?
Yes, I can. I hope everybody is able to see the presentation. So, as discussed with you, Smriti, the title of my presentation is Mission Life and how it can be sort of incorporated in the higher education. So, next slide, please. You made PDF of this presentation?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it's a yes.
Okay. So, mission life is, at least for people who are in India, they understand what mission life is all about. But just to give you an idea, Mission Life is a climate action program of Government of India. This was launched in Glasgow Climate Summit in COP26 in Glasgow, where the Honorable Prime Minister of India had announced that they will uh, launch an international global program for nudging people's behavior on climate change and environmental activities. So that program was announced in Glasgow in COP26.
Smriti, I think there is a problem with the video. We're not here
Oh
able to
yes,
hear.
this time I'm not able to hear him.
Yeah, we are not able to hear
Should
the
I
resource.
call him?
No, I think now he is getting connected.
Okay. Because I'm not able to see the Google thing because I'm presenting.
No, I think it got disconnected, but now they are reconnected.
Okay, okay. Ma'am.
So, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I was saying that the Mission Life was launched last year on the same day, 20th October in 2022 by the Honorable Prime Minister at the
Oh,
Kevadia,
that's great.
Gujarat. And this program is basically, the Mission Life is basically built on the environment friendly culture and traditions that India has.
Is there again a connection loss, ma'am?
Yes, I think there's again a connection loss. We are not able to see his video also. Ah,
Can
yes.
you see now?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
now we can see you.
Okay. So, can you just come on to the same slide, please? The first
Yes, sir.
slide. Yeah. So I was saying that the Mission Life was launched last year, same day, on 20th October. So we are just a year meeting a year after the Mission Life was launched in Gujarat in Kevadia. And Mission Life is actually building on India's environment-friendly culture and traditional practices. As you know, and we all practice that there are many habits and practices and customs and cultural practices that we have in our life, which are environment friendly. However, because of various modernization or changing in our lifestyle, we are now moving away from nature and nature-based practices. So Mission Life is basically designed to nudge India's, individual behavior. Okay, somebody's call. Mission
Okay.
Life is basically envisioned to, as basically we are saying that India would, try to create a global movement to nudge individual and collective action to protect and preserve the environment. Idea is that if you look at climate change, we have three things. Number one is if there is a climate is changing, we need to adapt. So basically, adaptation is related with community and societies. If you want to, identify the cause of climate change, it is basically because of greenhouse gas emissions. That is mitigation, and mitigation is by and large, it is the government-led activity. So government is doing something, society is doing something, what individual can do. And for individual actions, Mission Life has been launched. How can I, as an individual, make a contribution towards the reduction or minimization of the climate change related problem, which is a greenhouse gas emission or adaptation? So what is my contribution in reducing this problem? This is what Mission Life tells us. Also, Mission Life is basically a transition from a throwaway culture to a circular economy. We have in our childhood not been able to throw a pen. Always we used to refill it. There used to be refills available in the markets. But today, from writing pen to everything in our life, we are just getting into a throwaway culture. Just we keep on throwing and buying and purchasing some new things all the time. So basically, we have to move from a throwaway culture to a recycle economy, to a circular recyclable economy. So Mission Life is basically, as I said, it's basically focusing on change in demand by nudging the individual communities and institutions to practice environment-friendly actions. So what are these actions are all about? There are 7 thematic tracks that Mission Life talks about. These tracks are basically on reducing the e-waste, minimizing or saving the energy. Then we have how to save water, how to recycle water, and then we are having how to adopt our healthy lifestyle, or how to adopt sustainable food practices, and how to say to single-use plastics, say no to single-use plastics, and of course say water and energy. So there are 7 thematic tracks on which this life mission life is working on, and out of these 7 thematic tracks, there are 75 individual actions that one can take. So these are inexhaustible and comprehensive, but you can add on. This is just not 75, you can add more actions to it. But basically, the mission life is suggesting 7 areas on which we need to work on to be able to change our lifestyle. And there are 75 actions that one can choose from. I'm not saying that we can take all 75 actions in our life, but at least one action in one track, at least we can say we can reduce the waste, we can minimize the water wastage of water. We can minimize the e-waste in our life. We can adopt healthy lifestyle. We can adopt healthy food practices. So not all, but at least one or two or three or four, whatever is possible, we can take. These actions are specific and measurable. We can always measure as to whether we have been able to reduce our plastic waste or not. We have been able to minimize the wastage of water or not. We have been able to minimize the e-waste or not. So these are all measurable, because something which you can't measure, you can't manage. This is the basic principle of management. If you want to manage something, you must be able to measure something. Secondly, these are easy practice by individual. These are not something very difficult things that we can, we're asking for. These are very simple, easy to follow, easy to practice kind of activities which one can adopt in a life. Basically, these are demand side management. How much I'm demanding. Every day our demands are increasing, and that is the biggest problem of our life in environment. Because the more you consume, the more you demand, the more you purchase, the more you consume, the more you create waste. That is the lifestyle that we are having. So it is very linear. We have to a circular model that we need to consume less, so that we produce the wastage of the waste is produced less, and there is less problem to handle. Next, please. Next slide. So what our organization EPCO is doing on Mission Life. So we have a very ambitious activities going on. We have a constituted state level committee. Then we have a live kiosk where people and basically students, college students keep coming, and they measure and they understand their footprint, their environmental footprint, they calculate, and they understand how much they are causing impact on the nature. So this is a very easy kiosk that we have created, and they calculate their footprints, and they get a certificate, and on their mail. So this is one activity that we are doing. We are also started a very ambitious campaign of Mission Life, where we are training something about 200 2000 youngsters across the state, and we are calling them life volunteers. So these are all youngsters. They are college going students, or they are going to doing some work, but they are all youth of the state who have been trained and sensitized on environmental and mission life activities. Next, please. So, as Sprati was saying, that we need to talk about mission life and college, and how higher education can be integrated into mission life, or mission life concepts can be integrated or can be dovetailed in college education. So, what I was like to say that we can. This, environment is something that you need to teach, you need to educate, but you also need to practice. There are many things that you don't practice, and this is where a possibility and opportunity is available for us to practice what we teach, what we are preaching, that can be practiced. So that is where possibility is provided by Mission Life. First is that we always teach, as I'm saying, in higher education and college, we are talking about environmental sciences, and this is an essential part of the curriculum. We use topics like environment, which provides scientific background, particularly to science, physics, chemistry, biology. All the subjects we are teaching about environment, we are teaching about nature, we are teaching about but and how the resource is being consumed and how it is causing an impact. But this is just teaching. Mission life, I'm just sharing ideas. Mission life can be a medium or an opportunity where we can actually sort of integrate this kinds of ideas into our life and practice. So, as you would, as we have already organized training of about 1,000 youngsters. So we have talked to them many times, and we try to understand whether they are interested to do something for environment or not. And the feedback that I got is most of us would like to do something to decrease our impact on environment. However, most of us also think that our individual contribution to environment climate change is very small. So what happens is that I want to do something, but I also feel that what contribution I can make, I may not be able to do some much. So why should I do it? So this is a feeling that I want to do, but my contribution is not significant, and therefore I may not be able to do much. Secondly, if I do make a change, it will not make much a difference. That is the feeling that what will I happen if I stop using e-waste, or I stopped wasting my water, I stop using single-use plastic. It is not going to make much a difference because others not doing it. So this is the feeling that people have. Also, this we need to encourage students to break out of this pattern, this mindset. We need to break out. We need to tell them that each and every individual's contribution makes a difference. So mission life, as I said, can be an opportunity to entice and encourage students to learn about environmental alternative models by modifying their own lifestyle. We can encourage these students to change their lifestyle. Next slide, please, Smriti. Next. So what I am suggesting here is that we can start a project. In fact, we also run a PGDM program, which was earlier with the IGNU only, and that we are still continuing the postgraduate diploma in environment management. And we also this year have about 50, 60 students, those who have registered themselves. So I'm thinking that we can start a program or an activity with these students. And you can also sort of, guide me or advise me or give your comments, reactions. What I'm thinking is that instead of a paper, in lieu of a paper, we can give them some task or challenge. What could this challenge be? That, uh, you know, are they able to make any significant change to their lifestyle or not? And we can ask them to keep a record what kind of actions they have taken in their life every day. It could be a 3 weeks, 4 weeks sort of challenge, and we tell them that to make some change in their life and record it on paper. What changes they are able to make it in terms of energy use, in terms of single-use plastic, in terms of e-waste, in terms of wastewater, in terms of lifestyle, in terms of food habits. What change they have been able to make? Are they willing to do it first? And if yes, what change they are able to do it? It should be recorded on some diary, on some paper. Next, please. So we can ask this, as I said, it could be in lieu of a term paper, and we can ask them to participate in this activity as voluntarily, not necessarily if they want to participate, they can. We can ask the students to take any 3 or 4, choose a 3, 4 tracks out of the 7 mission life tracks. They can choose 1, 2, 3, whatever they feel like, and then submit a written proposal listing what is their choice, outline what kind of goals they would like to achieve in any 3 or 4 thematic areas. How do they plan to achieve these goals? For each students, we can give them a 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks time, and in every week they will have to give some time to change their lifestyle, record it, and see whether this has actually made a difference in their life or in others' life or not. So this is actually going to be what we learn, what we preach, what we teach, and actually are we adopting, are we practicing these habits in our life or not? And if we are practicing, whether it has made any significant, remarkable change in their life or not. Next, please. Can you mute some other mics? There are people who are not muted. Their noise is coming. Yes. Um, so what I'm saying is here is that some important aspects for students could be learning that they can make a difference to the environment. What I have interacted with students in last 3-4 months, about 1,000 students I have interacted here in my office. They came from across the state, different districts, all youngsters. One feeling that I've noticed that they feel that they cannot make a change. We have to make them understand and feel that they can really make a difference. Their contribution will really make a difference. Number two, how to understand and how to build understanding around them that they are affected by their lifestyle changes. People feel that whatever changes I'm making, it will not make any difference in my own lifestyle. But actually, if they start practicing yoga, adopting a healthy and balanced diet, adopting some, practices to keep themselves fit, these changes, we have to make them understand that these changes will definitely make some kind of difference in their life. And then most importantly, we need to understand after this 3, 4, 5 weeks of period that they would go through the changing their lifestyle, we have to understand and ask them about how they are feeling about it. Has it made any change or not? To take some feedback from them. Next, please. Next. So I'm saying mission life is basically on environment, but mission life, my basic request of today's presentation was that we have been teaching environment, we've been teaching climate change, we teach science. Can be an opportunity for youngsters and students, especially college going students, to practice what we are teaching. And this is just not an environment. Mission life idea can be expanded to other sphere of life also, as social awareness, political awareness, fitness and health, and how they study, even study habits. So my submission is that we need to actually bring about a change and start practicing what we are preaching. So Mission Life could be an opportunity for this. And this is what I wanted to say in today's session. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the wonderful presentation, and hope my learners and all the participants are enjoying it. And now we came to know that Dr. UC Pandey has already joined. Um, Dr. UC Pandey, Director Regional Service Division, has already joined.
Smriti, I think we have lost him. Is I think the connection is lost. So maybe
Okay.
we can wait and go ahead with the program.
So now we have another speaker, Dr. Professor Sachi Shah. She is. I take this opportunity to introduce her. She is Professor of Environment Science in Indira Gandhi National Open University, and her interest area or specialization areas are environmental microbiology, biotechnology, waste management, bioremediation, and conversion, plant growth promoting organism, and natural resource conservation. Sorry, I'm not from science side, so it may be a bit. I mean, pronunciations are not that much proper. Yeah, she is a doctorate she is doctorate in environment science, done in 2002 from GB Pant University of Agriculture and Technology, Patan Nagar, Uttarakhand. and she has credits of various many research papers and units on environment science, and she has been a research fellow also from founder fellow of Indian Society of Hill Agriculture, GB Pant University of Agriculture and Technology, Uttarakhand, and she has been a member of many various professional bodies. So I invite her to please give her presentation and discuss about this life mission. Professor Sashi Shah, ma'am, I request you to please um, address the learners, and is she there?
Smriti, by the time she joins, maybe if I'll try to just contact her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's already there, but I don't know whether
There may be
because
some issue in headquarters, some
yeah, I'll
internet.
just find out. In the
Yeah.
meanwhile, we can request our learners if anyone wishes to ask anything to Thakkarji, they
Yes.
can do that.
We
Let us
can
take
have a in
30
between. We can have a open session on the presentation of Dr. Lokendra Thakkar. Sir, are you there? Yes.
If any of the learners would like to ask or comment on the presentation, please
Yes.
unmute yourself and speak.
Yes, Usman Abdullah, you can please submit, give your submission. You want, if you want to say something. Yes, sir.
You're saying something, Smriti?
Yes, sir. Actually, due to some, I mean, internet connection is lost by next speaker, Professor Sanchi Shah. So we are waiting for her. In between, we are opening session for your session. If someone want to ask something or say something about your presentation.
Hello, sir. This is Aman Kumar from Bagpat, Uttar Pradesh. So, sir, I really liked your presentation. The ideas that you are sharing regarding promoting mission life in higher educational institutions, that's really great, sir. And the course that you are trying to reintroduce with IGNU, that's going to be a great initiative, sir. And definitely, I would love to be a part of that, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. If you are based in Bhopal, please contact us. We'll be happy to have interact with
Sir,
you.
basically, I'm based in Bagpat, Uttar Pradesh. But, sir, I will get in touch with you, sir, if you can share your email ID.
Yes,
Sure.
I'll share
Yes.
with you.
Sure, ma'am.
And anybody else from Nigeria? So many learners are there from Nigeria and other countries. If you want to discuss something about this presentation.
Hello.
Yes, Usman, please say.
What I want to say here is that how about this like this program that we are doing? How is the certificate will be useful? Are we going to use it in our country or like?
Uh, what do you want to say? I mean, you want to participate in such programs or what?
Yes, I want to participate in the program.
So from which country you are?
I'm from Nigeria.
Okay. Sir, actually, he is interested in the program and he wants such type of program, participation in such type of program.
What do you say?
So, sir, would you like to say something on this?
I don't have
Sir,
anything.
your voice is muted. You're muted, sir.
I'm saying that it's very heartening to learn and understand that these youngsters are, interested to be part of this program. And now I need to, this is just an idea that we shared. We need to structure this program, and not necessary that you need to connect with me wherever you are in your this part of world. You can connect, you can practice, and I'm sure in your own country, in your own culture, there are many practices which are environment friendly. So you can always start this kind of movement. And mission life related information is available on Google, so you can search, and you can also have your own mission life of your own country, of your own wherever region that you are in. And the idea is that we need to consume less, and we need to produce less waste. We need to minimize our misuse of any resources, be it energy or water or air or soil or whatever resources that we're consuming. We must demand less so that we produce less of waste. That's the basic idea. And these things are very simple. Some small changes in our lifestyle can bring about a big change in the entire world, in the global community. That is what request is all about.
Thank you very much,
Uh,
sir. And
I would like to just add to what Thakurji was saying, Smriti. First of all, let me thank you, sir, for such a great presentation and for addressing our learners and giving them so much of food for thought. I think this was really great. So what I feel is you rightly said that what they have to actually do is because whether it is the African countries or other countries, they have a rich tradition behind. So actually, what they have to do is the youngsters have to be sensitized about optimal use of resources and so on, and they have to identify the good practices that their ancestors or the age-old traditions that were there and popularize them. That is what it is. So if these learners come up or search for some good practices that they were in the earlier times and continue with those or bring about awareness about those practices amongst their fellow beings, then that is what is the real intention of such programs. Chakraji?
Absolutely, you are right. Absolutely, you are right. Uh, uh, you know, uh, all cultures and all traditions have very, respect and regard for nature. And no culture teaches us to be extravagant. All cultures, all religions, all parts of the world, these kinds of environment friendly, nature friendly practices are there. Only because of this modernization and advancement and the kind of life that we are leading these days, this has resulted in the environmental problems, health problems that we are all suffering. Most of our diseases are lifestyle diseases. And doctors also say that we don't spend time on us, therefore we have to spend time on with doctors or with clinics or with medical shops. We don't spend money on us. I mean, time is money. So we need to spend money on buying medicines. So majority of our problem of environment and our own personal problems are related to lifestyle, but we are not willing to change. Even if we are willing to change, then people think that if I change, how does it going to make a difference? It is not going to make a difference because yeah, I'm just one person and the 900 million people across the world. I'm not going to what is the change that I'm going to make is going to make a difference in the world. So this feeling has to go. Everybody has to contribute. Everybody has to make a small change, take one step forward. And if everyone takes one step, then the world, the community, the society will change. That is the basic idea of mission life.
one more raised hand was there from Simpa Calvin. If you want to ask something, please unmute yourself and ask. Simpa. Yes.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a great presentation. I have learned a lot. It was packed with enough information that it introduced what Mission Life is all about, and it was very clear. Thank you so much. As much as as you have said, that most of the things that need to happen, they're supposed to start at individual level. If we change our behavior in terms of how we do things, like manage our lives, waste, and all that, it will cause a great impact uh, collectively. So, the question that I have is that on the seven thematic areas that you have shown us, uh, some of those thematic areas, I believe they also require some political will, be it from the government, the municipalities, or the authorities in the councils. Uh, in terms of mission life, is there a way that has been put in place to lobby for a change of legislation, or maybe introduction of legislation to make sure that waste is managed, in terms of even and in terms of changing of our lifestyle.
Okay.
That's my
Thank
question.
you, Simfa, for your submission. And I think you liked the presentation very much. Ma'am, Dr. Sajisha, have you talked to her? What happened?
Yeah, I've spoken to her. She'll be
Namaskar,
talking.
namaskar, everyone. I'm at the outset.
Thank
I'm
you.
so sorry that due to some urgent meeting, I could not. I mean, I really say that it is my. I'm not unfortunate that I could not hear, sir. You definitely. I was looking forward to hear from you, but I'm so sorry, sir. Due to certain engagement, I could not join you. Uh, Today also, Binny Toms, ma'am, I'm really sorry. I have only 5 minutes as I have given the time. Uh, I'll be talking about, sir has talked about the mission life. Mission life, we all know that it is lifestyle for environment. There are certain, this is a community level program. India has taken the lead into that. Sir has talked about this. So when we talk about life, there are actionable point at individual level, there are actionable point which are at the community level, and actionable point which together we can uh, I mean do all these things. What Binny Toms ma'am has asked me to talk about the what higher educational institute can do to achieve the mission life. We all know about the G20 presidency. We know that when India has given this G20 presidency, we have certain commitment to make. There is recently we have under the ministry has issued the instruction regarding the Swachhata 3.0. So in Swachhata 3.0, the what role university can play to achieve this Swachhata 3.0. There are several points regarding that. One is institutional cleanliness, and the other one is how the university can keep these mission life agenda or mission life point together. There are 72 points individual level. We know as a student you can do, like for energy saving, for water saving, for solid waste management, for e-waste management, and other things. In institution, I will just give an example how we are doing it. What we are doing is that we are conducting the green audit. So what is green audit? Like green audit, it encompasses several components, how university is working for the environment. When we say about environment, we all know that we are facing multiple challenges. There is triple emergency, which recently United Nations Environmental Program is saying, the triple emergency of biodiversity loss, the climate change, and third one we talk about the pollution. So it is when we talk about the biodiversity. So biodiversity means that we all know that it is variety and variability of the organism. In the campus there may be different kind of variety. There are different type of trees. There may be fruit trees, there may be some trees for the landscaping beautification. Then there is animal diversity. There may be different type of butterflies, there may be different type of birds, there may be different type of insect. Likewise, there may be some animal biodiversity. So green audit is divided into biodiversity of the campus, then the water conservation practice, water audit, then there is a waste audit, there is energy audit, and there is also transport audit. For example, if I give the example, the kind of trees, the inventories of trees which is available in the university, and how every year we are increasing the biodiversity of the campus, plant biodiversity of the campus, whether it is medicinal plant, is a university is having arboretum. Likewise, we know that ecosystem totally together, it depends upon the all the component, whether it is a decomposer, whether it is a producer, whether it is small insects, flowering plants. So how the biodiversity of the campus is conserved. So this is one part that we talk about the green audit. Every year how much biodiversity is increased, what is the status of biodiversity. Suddenly sometimes we see that the bird species which we have seen earlier, they are not now. What is the reason for that? Like in Delhi, if you see the common that goraya, we say that it has become very less. Now the pigeons are coming, and these they are in a large number. So what is the reason for the loss of those kind of bird? That is also, if we are finding out the reason, because there is no environment for those birds, there may be noise, there may be pollution, there may be other kind of thing. So this is about the biodiversity. Second aspect come the energy audit. Energy audit, sir has definitely he would have told about how we can conserve the energy. But in the institution, if you see that energy, the energy is being used for running of the fan, computers, AC. If you see there is different type of RO plants. So what kind of energy sources are there? In campus, there may be the sources of energy by using the energy conservation practices, like for example, solar panel. If you are using the solar panels, that is also part of the energy conservation practices. So how much solar panel are there? How much amount of energy we are saving through these solar panel? I'll again give you example of ignu. In ignu we are having solar panel, we are using this solar panel. So the kind of energy which is being used through this solar panel, how much cost we are reducing by the use of this solar panel, that is also one of the aspect. Then there are simple thing, like when we are entering into our office, whether or going out of the office, whether we are switching off our fan, whether we are switching off our computer, whether we are switching off our other electrical appliance, that is also one of the thing, energy conservation practices. So these are the small thing. This year this can be correlated with the bills, like this year we have this much bill, monthly bill. Next year, if we are next month, if we are adopting these energy conservation practices, how much bill we have saved. So this monthly, if we are saving some kind of energy, the institution can kind of contribute towards the life mission. Likewise, there is water audit. Water audit, how much water is being I mean, like from various sources. What are the sources of water? Whether it is gel board water, whether it is bore well water, whether we are how much wastewater, water which is being wasted, whether we are using it or not. Simple. I'll give you an example of water audit, like in the institution. Sometime if you see that taps are all the time running, so whether there is it is being looked after, whether the proper water conservation practices are there. Example, nowadays if you see that there are sensor based this sorry sensor based technology is there, IoT is there for water conservation, whether all these type of practices is being used. STP, whatever the sewage wastewater is being used, whether this has been reused, reduced, or it has been used for irrigation purpose. There are different laboratories, different hostels, there are different guest house, all these wastewater, whatever the waste is there, whether it is being used or not, that is also one part of the water conservation practices. Then there is waste, solid waste. In different offices, different type of waste is being generated, whether it is paper waste, whether it is recycled or not. The university can completely ban the plastic, where we are using the plastic folder when there is some kind of meeting. There is plastic bottles, we are taking the water. So all these type of activity, the higher education institution can take initiative of complete ban of plastic. Then there is segregation of waste, reusing the waste, the waste which is being generated, whether it can be used for the production of biogas, the waste, whatever the agriculture waste or food waste or other type of waste, whether compost, it can be used for composting. So vermicompost is there, different other type of compost is there. So this is one thing. Transport audit, if we say that how much amount of how much vehicle we are using, that is energy conservation, having the like nowadays electricity, electric vehicles are coming. So how many electric vehicles are there in the campus, CNG operated, diesel operated, other practices like electric, like a cycle. So per person, how much carbon, there are water footprint, there is energy footprint, there is carbon dioxide footprint, carbon footprint. So the basic aim of the university is to reduce the per capita footprint, whether it is water footprint, energy footprint, or carbon footprint. If we are reducing all this, ultimately as an institution, we can contribute toward the mission life. Likewise, whatever the redundant files are there, cleanliness of the place, waste furniture, whether we are reducing it, old vehicles, old materials. So all these things can be, reused or reduced or recycled. In that way, the university can contribute toward the mission life. So once again, I'm really sorry that whatever the PPT I have made, I am unable to present because. But I think whatever the questions are there, whatever things are there, Vinny ma'ams, the student can send me through mail, asha@ignu.ac.in. I'll be happy to respond to that. And with this, I once again thank you, Vinny ma'am and Smriti ma'am, for inviting me for this seminar. Thank you so much, Vinny
Thank
ma'am.
you, ma'am. I'm very happy that although you were busy and although you got stuck up, it was not planned and you had to attend a meeting, but still you've given time. And in the brief time, you have given us lot of information, lot of very relevant points, um, uh, considering the topic that we have selected. So thank you so much, ma'am. It was really great. And I must say that both the speakers, they have actually included all the aspects that should have been covered in this broad theme. So thank you, Shachi ma'am, once again for being present, although for a short while, but thank you for your valuable presence.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I think we can go for presentations by learners because uh, this open session is
Maybe
already done.
already there, but maybe we can take Smriti one question or so, because after Dr. Shachi,
one raise hand is also there.
yeah, maybe we can take that question.
Yes, sir. So Shamsuddin, can you hear me? You please unmute yourself and ask your query. Shamsuddin Mohammed, you raised hand. If you want to ask something, please ask. I put your query. I think yes.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
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 Hello, ma'am.
Yes, we can hear you. Please say, and you can put your video also on.
Okay. I'm very happy and excited for having this chance to my first webinar with IGNOR and the Indian government after getting this offer of admission. I thank all of these participants of this program, and I'm waiting to join and I'm waiting the juries in order to choose the best six abstract, as you said, that we participate on this webinar program. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Shamsuddin, for your comments and your valuable input. Um, ma'am, what should move
Let us,
on for the
yeah,
presentation?
let us move ahead and take one by one students that
Yeah.
as we have selected, and maybe we can ask our colleague to announce the best ones before we go ahead as we
Dr.
prepare.
Dr. Subhashandan Nayak, I request you to please announce the result of the jury for selected learners who are going to present here today.
Thank you, Dr. Garga. Uh, Myself, Dr. Nayak, I am happy to announce that esteemed dignitaries and fellow participants, it is with great delight that we announce the selection of 7 exceptional abstract for presentation in our international webinar on Imbibing Mission Life in Higher Education, Special Campaign 3.0. Uh, from a pool of more than 50 submissions, our dedicated team reviewed each abstract and the results were nothing short of impressive. We are thrilled to now introduce the outstanding individuals whose research and insights will contribute to the enlightened event. These presenters are from diverse corners of the globe. Our selected presenters represent a truly international perspective on the subject. We have 3 presenters from Nigeria, 2 from India, and 2 more joining us from Germany and Mozambique. I'm welcoming all of you in this international webinar. With this word, I will request my colleague Dr. Smriti to introduce the presenter. Over to Smriti.
Smriti, can I leave with your permission?
Yes, sir. You were saying that you have some important meetings. We thank you very much. And even um,
Let's be in touch. We are in Bhopal, so we'll be in touch. Thank you. Thank
yes,
you.
sir.
Thakurji, I would request you to at least stay for one student presentation so that
I
we.
I'll be connected on my mobile. I'll be listening.
That's
But
fine.
Okay,
That's
sir.
fine. And for at least one or two, we would request you to comment on their presentations. That would encourage them.
I'll definitely try. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for being there. So, first, I would request Mr. There are actually 7 participants. I would like to take their name. First, like it's not first or second or third. We have 7 names. So, one is Sixpence Manuel, who is a master's student, MBA student, and he's from Mozambique. And the next one is Mohammad Buhari. And Mohammad Buhari, I request you to present first, so be there. And Mohammad Buhari is assistant lecturer and student of MBA online. He's from Nigeria. We have Aman Kumar. He's from India and he's a student of BSW, like a Bachelor of Social Work online. And after that, we have Jibril Mohammad Abdul Karim. He is a teacher and he is a student of Certificate in Disaster Management and IGNOU, and he's from Nigeria. And we have Muhammad Khalid Haruna. He is also a student of MBA online, and he is also from Nigeria. We have 3 presentations from Nigeria, and we have Jutta Gabriele Wenzel. She's from Germany and she is doing Bachelor of Social Work online from IGNOU, and she is a social worker and she is voluntarily working in refugee camps in Germany. And apart from that, we have Mr. Mukesh Patel. He is IGNOU student and IGNOU worker as well. Like that, we have 7 presentations to be help. And first, I request Mr. Muhammad Buhari uh, to present and give your presentation for around 10 minutes. After that, Mr. Sixpence Manuel Sixpence, he'll be presenting. So be ready. And first, we have Muhammad Buhari. Can you hear me, Muhammad Buhari? You can present now. Okay, he's presenting.
Mohammed, please unmute yourself.
Should I mean,
Mohammed, kindly unmute yourself.
yes.
Your mic is mute.
I think he's trying because he's presenting, but I think
Muhammad, if you want, I can also present for you.
Yes, ma. You can. Shall I forward the slide for you, ma?
Send me slides. A bit. Just a minute. Let me download that.
Okay. I should through. Is it through my message here or through my email?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
How
Yes,
should
I
I
have
forward
seen
it?
that.
Or I should try and
I'll
share the
just
screen.
download it and
Can
present
I be
it.
able to do that?
Yes. Yes, you should. You should present. Otherwise, you
Smriti, I
should
suggest
present
that you present.
Muhammad Buhari.
Yes.
Smriti, you
Hello.
can present and Mohammed can speak.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am. Just a minute. Give me a moment.
Okay. Shall I forward it to your email, ma? The slides.
Yes, please. Right now. Yes. Yes, it's there, but it's introduced. Okay. In between, we can take another next participant also. In between, he send me the through email. We can take another participant. Okay.
Yes, maybe we can take somebody who does not have a presentation,
Yes.
who is just going to speak.
Yes. Or who can present himself.
Yes.
Sixpence Manuel, can you present?
You can ask Aman if he's ready, he can present.
Yeah, Aman looks ready. But we were keeping the India presentations at the end, actually. But
Yes.
There are two Indian.
yeah, both the Indian presentations were kept at the
Starting
last.
Indian and English.
Zibril Mohammed Abdul Karim. Zibril Mohammed Abdul Karim, you can also present your.
Dr. Garago, there is one suggestion if we can write the names of the sequence of the presentation in the chat box so that the next presenter may be ready for their presentation.
Okay. The sequence was actually first we have decided for Muhammad Buhari, then Sixpence Manuel Sixpence, then Mr. Jibril Muhammad Abdul Karim, then Mr. Jutta Gabriel Wenzel, and after that Muhammad Khalid Haruna, and then Aman Kumar.
And
So,
what about the German presentation?
Yes, that is on the fourth number.
And the last one is Mukesh Patel.
Yes, the last one is Mr. Ahmad Kumar and then Mr. Mukesh.
So is Mohammed ready now? Buhari?
Just a minute. Yes, he sent me the schedule.
We request the others to keep their presentations ready. And also send a copy to Dr. Smriti.
Muhammad Buhari, have you sent your presentation to me?
Then let us take the second one then.
Yeah, actually, sixpence manual. Like in, I think he is not here.
Okay.
Sixpence manual is not here, and third is Jibril Muhammad Abdul Karim. He was here. Jibril Muhammad Abdul Karim, are you there? Sometimes, actually, in African countries, I've seen that some signal related issues are also there.
Yeah, there is a connectivity issue there
They
sometimes.
are, yeah, they are community based. Like for whole community or whole country, this issue may be there. Hmm. Okay.
The fourth person then.
The fourth is Jutta Gabriel Wenzel. Actually, she is there. She must be there. Miss Jutta? Miss
Yes,
Jutta
yes.
Wenzel? Yes, are you there?
I'm here. Yeah.
Please switch on your camera.
Yes, of course. Here I am. Hello from Germany.
So, can we start your presentation?
Of course. I try my
Okay,
best.
and
You can understand.
okay. Before that, I just want to give a small introduction. Jutta is from Germany, and she is working with refugee camps voluntarily, and that is why she is interested in social work and doing this bachelor's degree from IGNU, and she is willing to pursue masters also. At the, I mean, I should not disclose her age, but she's 58 years of age, and we respect her feeling that she's still trying to learn and she want to earn her degree. So we welcome Jutta Gabri. Sorry, Jutta, I'm not
Yes, for
pronouncing
you.
it properly. Jutta Wenzel, we
Yourself.
welcome you, and I'm starting your presentation.
Okay. If you can share it, I will be happy. And if the sound gets low, if you don't understand me, I have to turn off the camera, but we try to start this way, right? Could you share the slides I sent you?
Yes, yes, yes. Can you see this presentation?
No.
Not yet, Smriti.
Not at all.
Okay.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. Okay. You tell me when I have to start now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Just to let you know, it's not a real research. It's about my observation and the comparison between waste and sustainability lifestyle in Germany in comparison to 30 years ago until now. So I start with this picture you can all see. The normal waste, the normal trash we put into a garbage can, but once every few months, big waste like furniture people bring at a specific day on the street, and the next day our government sent vehicles to clean up and stuff to clean up the streets. So it's by the government. But bit by bit, people recognize it could be interesting to catch up some furniture they need, maybe at home. For example, a bookshelf in a good condition. I guess we can go to the next slide. Yeah, as you see, we can call it truffle hunting. Find a treasure, find a nice piece for home. Next one. Yeah, and on the left side, we can see a positive points. People in need don't feel ashamed because they pick a furniture for their home. And it's also about recycling, not only thrown away. And now we can go to the next one. Yeah, and the negative consequences often were, for example, chemicals from damaged fridges running on the street, and a lot of small waste like glass on the street. So the government tried to change and stop this. And to remain new, the truffle hunting is on the one side an event every night when this will take place. There's waste on the street, people go outside, and the whole night you find a lot of people running around and saying, hey, great, what did you have found? And there was a second circle, building up a new economic field. For example, people sell the stuff on a flea market or build a new small shop and, yeah, paint the old stuff and sell it. So we have a second cycle. Do you have questions until so far, Summer?
No, we'll discuss it after the presentation.
Okay. So we can see it's a decision making by the government, elected by the people democratically. And for the following argues it's necessary to know about the German society in these times. We have a large group of young people in good work and salary conditions. We call them double income, no kids, right? And as it says, they are young, they have a good job because, yeah, they're good educated and double income and no kids. And in these times, I work in an advertising agency and I saw a shift. We learn all those psychology parts of influence, and often they work with the negative emotion of people and making fear. For example, insurance agencies try to awake fear and anxiety in the people for bring them to buy this product, to buy an insurance contract. But bit by bit, they also find out you can observe mainstream lifestyle and target group decision makers. What does it mean? For example, just people, double income, no kids, celebrate a lifestyle of doing sports, going on holidays, having fun, small cat farm lifestyle and also eating healthy stuff. So McDonald's bring on this time salad into the shops, not why they think, oh, it's a good idea. It's because of the people, of the lifestyle. They observe this mainstream groups. So now I like to speak about nobody can deny the importance of doing a change and working on a sustainable development for saving the planet. We all are aware about the environmental disasters taking more and more place all over the world. And we also become aware of the climatic change and the consequences. So Germany 20 years ago stopped this one garbage can for all. You show this picture right now. Yeah, as we saw, this was the beginning, one trash garbage can for all, and then they split off into different garbage cans for different stuff like plastic or paper. We have to, yeah, to split our waste. I don't know what's the next slide will be. Yeah, that's what I explained with the double income, no kids. Yeah. Yeah, this McDonald's. Yeah, and they're the forbidden, the government say no, we will change over. We have to separate our waste. And if you don't so, they go on the street and check if people do it. And if they found people they don't do it, they do a punishment. You have to pay a bill or something like that. And the most of the people separate the waste because they understand the concept and they aim to do so. Because of, I guess, because of the big population of double income, no kids, without doing a lot, with doing a lot of holidays. So they, for example, go to Portugal, have a nice holiday, drink a coffee there in a coffee bars, and they serve coffee in glasses, not in cups and not in mugs, in glasses. And so a cool company in Spain says, okay, we buy the recycled glasses from wherever, from Germany or whoever collected the stuff, and they build up this nice glasses, coffee glasses. And so this double income no kids have, willing to buy this glasses because they have, the feeling of to do good, and also emotionally they feel happy because it's like a tiny holiday at home, right? And also a lot of Portuguese coffees, every corner opens up. So we see it's not only sustainable lifestyle in one country, it involves, for example, Portugal and Spain, and I guess now in the present we are all interconnected in this world. So let me see what's the next.
Should I go on next slide?
Yeah. Yeah. Just a moment. Yeah, genau. In Germany, now things changed since a few years. There is a community of young people going to do public works because they recognize we have only one planet and one future, and we have to save this world. And in these times, in the present, it's so easy to do an interconnection between each other worldwide. And this young people do. And they have a good awareness about sustainability and what to do. And if you see on the slide, those green ones, it's our generation, the double income no kids. We grew up with parents' work and no time for kids, not very much time. They are willing to enhance their economic situation and are interested in shortcut buying, new furniture, new TV, and so on. And they, because of the German history, there's like a secret between this generation, between us as children, our parents, and our grandparents. It's about the Second World War. And it's not allowed to do questioning something where we feel. It's like, don't ask, just look forward, focus on shortcut lifestyle. So we children have to face school. Nobody is there to help us, but the most of us achieve our goals, have a good education, and we are the double income, no kids generation. It's, yeah, I guess 2 years Spain, not only my 1 year, people, you know, it's it's a group, more or less 10 years in the age difference. And yeah, we teach our, could we go back just shortcut? Once back, please. Dmitry? Could we go one back?
Okay. This one?
Yes, thank you. So we are very late parents, means we are 35 or something like that, receiving our first child. And because of having a job and in between, we start questioning. We have a big growing in the field of psychology. A lot of people go there for coaching and reflect their own life and, yeah, about we grew up, the psychology pattern. And so we start doing different with our children. Yeah, we try to support our children more, be aware of emotion, and so on. And our children, you see the blue line on the bottom. Yeah. Just a
This one?
moment. No.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So our children grew up and were supported to do questioning because we can teach them and educate them differently. And we try to make them confident, ask questions, and so on. And they start questioning about their own future because they are aware. They are interconnected for especially social media, and it goes very quick around the world, not only in Germany, in between the German population. And they enhance the English because they are so interconnected. So they have peer groups around the world, not only in Germany, and all come to the same conclusion. In regarding to these public works for sustainability and save the planet, they agree on why we have to go to school when there's no future. So the school system tried to stop the public works in Germany and say, oh, if you don't show up in school and go to this public work, we throw you out of the school. But we parents try to support the younger kids and the children and say, okay, then they will throw you from school. We don't believe that because we trust you are right. It's, yeah, it's necessary to save the world, right? And also we observe a mainstream, for example, a mainstream trend in fashion. This young generation likes to wear vintage clothes. And it's not only for them, it's sustainable lifestyle on the one hand. And on the other hand, they have a long-standing thing because vintage clothes are very rare. So it's like a challenge also to share pictures from nice vintage clothes around the world. And a new economic field opens because you have different shops around the world selling this vintage stuff. My son is 20 years old and he buy clothes around the world. And to came back on this, the next slide is about the coronavirus, where the social interaction grows more and more and more because of this social restriction, and the children have to stay at home, have homeschooling, and they enhance more and more the English interconnected, and they saw how quick, for example, a virus goes around the world, and also the news, right? So
You want this slide or earlier one?
yeah. Conclusion, it's not easy to separate every single system which is involved in building up a sustainable society. In my point of view, there are so many factors that influence a change, like government rules, laws, punishment. For example, in the present now, they forbid plastic drinking straws and a lot of other stuff also. Those plastic one-use things. Then we have target group decision makers like Greta Thunberg starting the public walks. The Swedish girl showing up on social media and also visit different countries and influence these younger people for do such social, public works. And also small systems and changes in small systems. For example, in the nuclear family system, if the system and family changes, in the mainstream society changes maybe takes also place. And then there are different economic interests. For example, manufacturers, the smart guys of Spain doing this nice coffee glasses because they pick up this mainstream lifestyle interest. Yeah, and we saw in the pandemic also a lot of interconnection, people doing volunteer work by sewing masks from old fabrics and share it anyway, where people are in need, and not asking about income or whatever. And that takes me to my own conclusion. We are one world, and I met a lot of people around the world who are willing to share and to do best for save this planet. And I'm very grateful, yeah, to receive this, yeah, experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Jutta. I would like to commence, Priti. First of all, let me congratulate Jutta. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, because not many times we get the opportunity to see our students, that too our international students on video. So happy to see you and meet you all. So I'd like to first compliment you for
Ma'am, another.
joining. Yes, Priti.
Actually, I'm just downloading that another presentation. So please
No,
carry
that's
on.
fine. That's fine. I'll continue with my comment by the time you do that.
Yes.
Compliments for joining IGNU and for deciding to continue your journey of lifelong learning with IGNU. You're into a great program of social work, and now with your presentation, actually, you have given us a very different angle when we talk of lifestyle for the environment. You have spoken of another environment. When we say environment, we have another concept in mind. A science student has a different concept in mind, but when you're saying environment, a sociologist or a social work student has a different environment in her or his mind when you speak about environment. So I like the way you shared your experience, especially about Germany. The World War times were difficult for everyone across the globe, but more so for Germany, because there were some unpleasant and instances of sorrow and grief. And therefore, when you say that this is something like different, that for us to hear, that the parents are not ready to speak about those times, or they avoid speaking about those unpleasant historic times, and they say just look to the future. So I like the way you presented that thing. And then about older parents and double income but no kids, lot of things for us to think about. So
Yes.
so this is the beauty when people of different people from different parts of the globe actually join a theme on which is for our earth, our family, because we all have the same future, and we all have the responsibility to deal with the common problems that the environment uh, gives us. So that way, I liked your presentation, and thanks for showing or giving us a new angle to think about while we discuss this thing. Thank you, Jutta, and compliments and good wishes for your learning.
Thank you for your
Thank
feedback,
you.
very nice words. And if there's interest, I'm fine if Dr. Gaga will share the whole presentation, not only the slides. I have written down 12 slides, and if someone is interested, I'm fine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Shruti,
you
let
very
us
much. And
continue there for the next presentation. Yeah.
yes, ma'am. Can you see that?
Yes.
Can you see the next presentation?
We can see that. Muhammad Buhari, yes.
Mohammad Bari, please continue. Please unmute yourself first. Mohammad Buhari. Is he there, ma'am?
Mohammed, we cannot hear
Mr.
you.
Buhari, are you there? Please,
You will have
Mohammad
to
Buhari, please
unmute
unmute
yourself.
yourself. Mohammad, we are not able to hear you.
Okay. Hello, I have unmuted myself.
Yes, yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Can you hear me,
audible.
ma? Hello?
Now,
Okay.
yes,
Can you hear
yes,
me?
yes, I'm showing your slides.
Okay, I have forwarded the slide
Yes,
to you. Okay.
Please continue with
yes,
your
can you see
presentation.
that?
Okay. I'm very sorry for the
Continue.
delay due to network problem. I'm going to. Hello. I'm going to
Okay.
talk on
I'm
impact
presenting.
of waste management on the health and economics of students of federal. Hello. Hello.
Yes, yes, yes.
Can
You
you hear
come
me,
in
ma?
a.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Please, you carry on. Your voice is
Okay.
audible. Please,
Okay. Okay.
you
Please
carry on
Okay.
carry
your
on.
presentation. You are audible.
Okay. I am on the introduction. Waste management is one of the challenges faced by many countries. Poor waste management will lead to various problems in health, environment, and socio-economic aspects. Since the educational institution is an agent of change, since the educational institution is an agent of change, waste management concept is like your first one. Problem statement. Okay, yes. Waste management concept have been. Hello, ma.
Yes.
I'm still on the introduction.
Next slides.
Introduction. The slides are moving.
Which slide do you want? This problem statement.
I said the slide.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Can you see that?
Yes, I can see that, ma. Sorry.
Please continue.
Since
Don't
school
worry.
is one. Okay. Since school is one of the avenue that will provide education and will disseminate information about waste management, it's also imperative to look into the impact of waste management on the health of the students. Also, several studies on the health of students, such as we I narrowed the research on one institution, that is Federal College of Education, in Adamawa State, Nigeria. So colleges, okay, well, investigating impact of waste management on health of students, such as those. Okay. Problem statement. Some of the problems associated with waste management in the college includes high number of students in the hostels, classrooms, and also poor waste management by students, and also unnecessary dump of refuse in class, hostels, etc. All these are attributed to the problems. Due to the congestion of students, majority of our institutions here, we have a high number of students, so there is congestion. So due to these congestions, there's unnecessary dumps of refuse in our classes, hostels, etc. All these are attributed to the problem that lead to this research. Higher accumulation of waste, negative attitude of college students through waste management also contribute to the problem. And another is rapid population growth in all over the world, including the college, particularly schools, lead to the more deposit of the waste in all places. So due to this, unwanted materials are increased and lead to the formation of different types of pollution and spread of diseases in our institutions. And we are moving to the objectives. The study will determine the effect of waste management on the health of students of Federal College of Education, and also investigate the waste management method and strategies used to know how to uh, mitigate it. mitigate the waste in our environment, and so on and so forth. Next slide, ma. Thank you. Review of concept. Due to time factor, I'm going to talk on first is waste management. Waste management, most human activities generated waste. The production of waste remains a major source of concern. As it has always been since prehistoric period. So waste management comprises all the waste arising from human and animal activities and byproducts of processes which are normally solid and are discarded as unwanted materials by the by the uh, by maybe okay then may be required by law to be disposed of. So all these are part of the waste management. This thing. I'm moving to the next one is the concept of waste management. I a little bit faster than me. The concept of waste management, saving our.
Are you asking something? Mohammad Buhari? You please go ahead with your presentation. You're not audible, Mohammed.
Plants at large from the
Yes.
contamination became a giant challenge for us, all of us, and health effects of waste management. Improper management of solid waste is one of the main reasons for environmental pollution and degradations in towns and cities. So schools of the church, sorry, schools of the third world, especially in some of these cities, and schools in particular do not have enforced solid waste regulation and proper solutions for dispose of the students of the College of Education. Ability sampling technique was being employed for the purpose of the study. Instrument for data collection is a 15 items questionnaire with with the researcher or I the researcher used in collecting data from students that made up the sample size of the study. Data collected was analyzed using descriptive statistics, percentages, charts, include pie chart and charts are used in presenting the data. So we are moving to analysis and discussion. First is eight of the respondents. Chart 4.1 shows that eight of respondents, first 9% respondents were between the ages of 1 to 20, while 74% were between the ages of 21 to 30, and 60% were between the ages of 31 and 40. And chart 4.2 below shows that the gender of the respondents, it reveals that 64% were male, while 30% female. And at 4.3, that is the year where we put the data of the lecturers, shows that 50% strongly agree that increase their health. That we are talking of the effect of waste management. Yes. Sorry, above shows that the years of service of the respondent that lecturers, that is 41% were 8 to 15 years in service, while 45% were between 10 to 25 years in service, and 14% were between 26 to 25 years in service. So we are talking about the lecturers. So I'm moving to the next one. The next slide now, that 4.5 shows that is the effect of waste management. That 4.4 shows that 50% strongly agree that it will increase risks to their health, while 5% strongly disagree. At the same time, 40% uh, agreed. At the same time, 5% disagreed, while 2% are undecided on the effect of waste management. Now, moving to the next slide now. Uh,
Is this summary of findings?
thank you, ma'am. Waste management and on this
Yes.
one, due to time factor, I'm going to make brief explanation of only item 6. 4.5 shows that the respondents shows that 48% strongly agreed that recycling, which is the process of taking usable discarded items for specific next use, that is for recycling as waste management method. While 5% strongly disagreed, 42% agreed, while 8% disagreed, while 7% are undecided. So, summary of the findings. We uh, no next slide, ma. This one. There exists a direct effect of waste management on the health of students, which includes no ma. Next slide. No, before the conclusion, I'm talking out on the findings. Hello, ma. On the next slide.
This one?
Sorry, no.
Yes, which one?
No,
Earlier one?
no. Summary. No, not this one. The next one. Yeah, this one, ma. Sorry. Summary of findings. This one. There exists.
Yes. Okay. Yes, it is there.
There exists
A direct effect of waste management on the health of students.
Of students, which is leading to students' health risks through attraction of insects or diseases carrying pests, etc. Waste management is one of the challenges faced by many countries. Poor waste management will lead to various problems in health, environment, and socio-economic aspects. Effective waste management will result in better and clean environment, which contribute to well-being by helping the students to become disease-free. Next page, ma. Thank you. Conclusion. Conclusion. The rapid urbanization in the developing countries of Africa, uncontrolled and unplanned, has brought a serious environmental degradation. One of its most pressing matters is the management of solid, liquid, and hazardous waste. Waste management is one of the challenges faced by many countries. Poor waste management will lead to various problems in health, environment, and socio-economic aspects. Next slide, Martin. Thank you for viewing and listening. And sorry, sorry for the inconveniences that are this is my first time doing a.
Thank you very much for the nice presentation. Mohammad Buhari, yes, I know there are so many challenges of technology, internet in some of the countries. So it took a time, but it was very nice presentation.
Thank you for viewing and listening.
I request Dr. Yes, I request Dr. Anshuman Upadhyay. Dr. Anshuman Upadhyay to give a comment on the presentation. And after that, Mr. Jibril Mohammed, if you are there, please write in the chat box. Sixpence Manual, if you are there, please write in the chat message box. And Mohammed Khalid Haruna, if you are there, write in the chat box. Anyone there,
Thank you.
comment.
I really appreciate that.
Mhm.
Anshuman sir, are you there? Yes.
Sorry. Pardon me, please. I didn't get you.
Hello, Dr. Smriti, can you hear my voice? There were some issues. I am there.
Yes, now I can
I
hear you,
just
sir.
settled down the issues which problem.
Okay. I just actually I asked you, sir, to give. I mean, you have seen the presentation of Mohammed Buhari.
Yes, I was there and I have seen it the presentation. Uh, I would like to give some comments. The research he has chosen is a very nice piece of work, but he has to take care something about statistics. Like he has said that he has used random sampling and a questionnaire having 15 items which he has used. So there was some inconsistency. As they are presenting their student, it was a good attempt. But when we go for a research, it has to be statistically very correct, especially the methodology and the presentation things which he has made that requires some corrections and updations. And I would request him to take further his studies. But prior to that, you should decide the statistical tools, especially the sample size, the universe, and how those questions which you have collected has to be analyzed and has to be supported by the qualitative analysis. As he has said that he has the research design is of quantitative, but quantitative design does not only means कि it is only just a representation through descriptive statistics. It has descriptive statistics is just a general introduction of sample and sample size, sex, age, all these parameters, which shows what you have done. But when you talk about quantitative analysis, you have to either construct some scale of measurement, or you have to adopt and you have to check it, and then you have to apply with the results so that it gives authenticity of your research. So maybe all people are not very expert into all these things, but when we are going for any research, we should always take care of these things so that whatever you gave your conclusions, it is always supported by statistical and quantitative analysis, which is considered to be true, because whatever the aspect of the research is, it has to be implemented and adopted not only by the institutions as well as society as well as the government, and every research has a policy implications. Second thing, the contextual matter. Whenever we talk about environment, environment is always a contextual topic, and you have to relate. And any research related to environment, sustainable development, climate change, it is an interdisciplinary research, and you have to correlate with the local factors, the local context in which it is operating. That factor also you have to incorporate in your further studies. I think these are some comments which I would like to give you. Otherwise, your attempt was very good, and it is quite appreciable that at this stage you have thought out it, and it has been discussed since early morning as far as the African time zone is concerned. But here it is evening, late evening now. So it has been from initially discussed that everyone has to contribute for mitigation as well as adoption of the environmental issues. And another important talk was that whenever we talk or do any research related to environment, we should always think of what traditional methods have been used for conservation, for protection of environment, because there are many areas which have been arid and some are semi-arid, especially if we consider African nations, but in particular, the problem is that the arid areas, the semi-arid areas, and the wet areas are now becoming into arid, and there is a very thin line of transition in these two geographical distinct zones. So you have to also think about the local adaptations whenever there is anything about climate change or any environmental related issues. However, your attempt was very good and appreciable. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Anshuman Upadhyay, and for your valuable comments. I hope this will help all the learners for further researches and preparations. And now I request Mohammad Khalid. Mohammad Khalid Haruna. Please present your abstract and paper. Khalid, you are there? Khalid Mohammad Harun. Mohammad Khalid Haruna, sorry. Mohammad Khalid Haruna, are you there? I think you are there. Unmuted also. Are you trying to present? Actually, he is writing in the chat box that he is going to present. He will do it. But there must be some technical issue. In between, can we take another learner? I wrote in the chat box. Yes, Mohammad Khalid is presenting. Very good. Okay. We can see your presentation, your slide screen, Khalid. Okay.
Mohammad Khalid, you are requested to go into the setting issues of your thing, and you can set your mic from there. There are three dots. You can go there and you can set here. Yes, yes, there's three dots.
Yes. Now it's visible. Your presentation is visible. You click on F11 or full screen mode. Yes. Yes, yes. Very good. It's very well placed. We can see that now. We are not able to hear you, Muhammad Khalid. Your voice is not there.
I think the mic is not working. He has to settle it down from the three dots, settings, and then audio.
Your mic is not working, Muhammad Khalid. We'll sort it, I think. We should wait. I want my colleagues to let you know that I just gave some guidance about this paper, and he wrote my name with him. I was not aware about it. So he is considering me also as a part of this. So I'm glad. Um, it's okay. Presentation is okay. Your voice issue is there. Presentation was proper. Voice is showing 100. You can what you can do, you can just exit once and again you can enter and then present. है ना sir?
Khalid, we are able to see your presentation.
Actually उसकी आवाज नहीं आ रही मैम. His voice is not there, so he is trying to increase that. Yes.
The
Mic
same thing
is
happened
not
with
working.
my mic is not working. He has to go there, the three dots.
Go on the three dots.
Settings, and then you have to set your audio settings.
No, not yes, just on these three dots you need to go.
Adjacent to the end button, there are three dots. You just press it. There you will find a setting icon. No, not activities, setting. Then you have to set your mic options, and you have to give the permission to the input device which you have put as.
I think, sir, if he'll exit the meeting and then he'll enter again, then also it can be sorted.
Again, it will ask the same thing because I have faced the same situation.
Okay. So let him try in between. We can call another presenter.
Yes, let us do that so that
because I asked in the chat box, Mr. Jibril is not there, and Mrs. Expense Manual is also not there. So we can now we can call Mr. Yes,
Hello,
are you there?
I'm back.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you can hear my voice.
Okay. Great.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Now we can hear you. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
If you want, I can present for you if you want.
Let me. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Or do I share my screen?
Should I open your presentation? Should I open your presentation?
It's better that you can.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'll open your presentation. I think you sent me or not? Yes, I think you sent me.
Yes, I did.
Just a minute. Give me a moment. Next time I'll.
I can see that some of our counselors and evaluators have also joined the program. So,
ma'am, that's very.
Yeah, they may also like to comment. Very true. So they may also like to comment on the student presentations. That would be very encouraging for the learners. I hope Thakkarji is still there or he has left. He had promised to connect on the mobile.
Because he was in a meeting.
Yes.
Yes, I think I need to download it. I think. These are the things we never planned. Next time I'll take care of it. I think it's visible. Your presentation is visible from my screen.
Yeah, it's visible here also.
Okay, now you can start.
Okay. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on where your location is. I am by name Mohammed Khalid Haruna. I'm presenting on behalf of myself and my co-authors, as you can see from the screen. The title of our paper is Framework for Adopting Lifestyle for Environment, that's Mission Life towards Student Environmental Literacy in Higher Education. Next slide, Rob. Okay, introduction. As we heard from the previous speakers, environmental problems has been a difficult issue globally nowadays. Why? Because environment is a concern of everyone because we live in the environment. That's why today environmental issues or problems are being considered virtually globally. And these environmental issues is usually attributed to our activities as human beings because we play a significant role in worsening these environmental issues. That's why there is need for studies on environmental issues globally. Nigeria and India, as the most populous black country in the world, as well as the second most populous nation on the earth, are experiencing a kind of exponential growth rate in terms of population, which is also accompanied by serious environmental problems such as global warming, deforestation, ozone layer depletion, and other environmental related problems. Consequently, Indian Prime Minister Mr. Shri Narendra Modi made a significant declaration last year on environmental climate change. And this declaration is tagged as Mission Life, which stands for Lifestyle for Environment, with the sole aim of harnessing the collective power of people, protect our planet, and also to educate them on how to utilize the environmental resources more reasonably and sustainably. Next, bro. Yeah. Subsequently, there's a growing cause for the incorporation of this program or this mission program into higher education of learning. This is because it has been found that higher institutions of learning serve as a tool for promoting effective and efficient environmental awareness program as well as educational program. The fact that this mission program declared by the Prime Minister of India has three phases of sustainability. Our proposed study focuses on the first phase of this declaration, which is the change in demand. And this phase tries to ensure that individuals within or from different nations are encouraged to adopt a kind of impactful environmental behaviors in their daily routines. The fact that this study, we are proposing to use students of higher institution, we are trying to use this first phase into our campuses to see how our students' daily routines or activities within and outside the campuses will be with this mission. Furthermore, in recognition of the role of higher institution of learning in nurturing this environmental awareness and education, and of course, environmental literacy, this study intends to use students of higher institutions, especially public institutions, from Nigeria and India. Next slide, Prof. Doc. Okay, this is the aim of this study. Having seen the background of the study, the sole aim of this study is to develop a comprehensive framework for the adoption and assessment of awareness level regarding mission life among students in public institutions of learning in Nigeria and India. Next slide, Prof. Okay, this is the proposed framework of this study. We intend to look at how the environmental situation encompasses, that's the current environmental situation encompasses. We intend to look at, or we intend to select some universities of learning in Nigeria and India, whereby we're going to assess their current environmental situations. Then we are going to also introduce environmental lifestyle sustainability course or courses, because the belief is that if we are using higher institution of learning to inculcate this habit of environmental friendliness, then there is need to introduce environmental friendliness and of course environmental awareness to our students. And also we have to also introduce extracurricular activities on our campuses, also on this issue of environmental activities, friendliness, sustainability, and good behavior. Why? Because we believe that students engage in extracurricular activities, competitions, and other things. So if we are going to enlighten our students to ensure that they create an avenue in their extracurricular activities to ensure that activities related to environment is being captured, then definitely that will also enhance this awareness. For example, students in Nigerian universities, and I believe my classmate here from Nigeria will hear that, students in our campuses usually used to organize a kind of annual awards to lecturers and also to their colleagues, that's their students, their classmate students also. What they usually do is that they have to select best lecturer, best student, at times best couple, the most neatest student, good behavior student, and so on and so forth. So assuming if they are going to adopt this environmental sustainability or friendliness behavior into this award, then definitely that will also ginger students to participate or to even go to the extra mile of initiating some environmental friendliness program or mission within the campus, which will also go in a long way in ensuring that we have good environmental activities. And we also believe that when these two programs are also introduced, that will lead to what we call environmental literacy. And environmental literacy here, we can see it from these four dimensions based on the literature. We have ecological awareness, because we believe that when there is courses on environmental sustainability, and there are extracurricular activities from the student part within the campus, then definitely their awareness will increase on ecological activities. The same thing, ecological knowledge. There is a difference between knowledge and awareness. When a course is being introduced to students to learn, then definitely their knowledge on this aspect of ecology or environmental generally will increase. Activities, then awareness will also increase. Cognitive skills, because we believe that in teaching we have to introduce some skills to the student. And also, we also believe that within the framework, we are going to introduce leadership way, especially of the higher institution. We believe that the leadership of this institution will also play a great role in enhancing this environmental literacy. So the next thing is methodology. We propose this within our methodology. The research design is that the study will be cross-sectional in nature, of course, a quantitative survey, because we are going to collect data from the students within campuses in Nigeria and India. Then the population, as well as the sampling technique, is that we are going to consider a reasonable number of public universities in Nigeria and India, and at the same time, a reasonable number of students will be considered within these selected universities. Then the instrument data collection, we're going to adopt questionnaire on these key variables that I have discussed earlier, especially issue of ecological awareness, ecological knowledge, skills, and the rest. We're going to adopt from previous studies. And of course, we're going to administer the questionnaire online with the help of some research assistants to be adopted from the various universities, and we're going to use Google Form to design our questionnaire. Of course, we're going to test the reliability as well as the validity of this construct, especially exploratory factor analysis, the reliability of the instrument. Then lastly, with regard to the methodology, the data collected will be analyzed using IBM statistics, that's SPSS, Statistical Package for Social Science, especially for preliminary analysis of our our basic information, as well as to test the model using the smart PLS structural equation modeling. Next slide. In conclusion, as I've said earlier, the aim of this study is to develop a framework that is going to integrate government policies like LiFE mission, private partners. Of course, there are private partners that are willing to usually engage in environmental support, learning using a multi-systematic approach, challenges, and of course to promote sustainability. The study's findings is expected or are expected to contribute significantly to the existing body of knowledge in the field of environmental education literature. Next slide, Rob. Doug. These are the references. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Doug.
Okay. Thank you very much. I know my mic is muted out.
Ma'am, you are audible. You are unmute, ma'am.
Thanks to Khalid for a very good presentation. I think you've planned a good research, and if you're able to execute it properly and come out with some good recommendations, that would really be valuable. Because what you're actually targeting is guiding the policy makers in such a way so as to ensure that there is environmental sustainability and the environment is protected. So if you're able to bring out some good recommendations based on your research, that would be really good. And all good wishes and compliments for the plan that you have made. It was a good presentation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I think Smriti has lost her connection. By the time she joins back,
Yes,
we will.
I'm here, ma'am. I'm here. I
Oh,
just
I
lost the
was just
connection in
commenting
that.
on. Yeah, I was just commenting on Khalid's
Yes, ma'am.
plan, and I think it's really good. Now we can just move to the next presentation. I
Yes,
think
ma'am.
we'll get.
Now we have Mr. Aman Kumar, who is DSW OL student, and he'll be presenting now. I already informed him that he need to present. He's presenting. Aman, what happened? Are you presenting?
I think he's putting up his presentation.
Is putting it on. So in between we can talk. He's going to present. In between we can talk about the various presentations and those who are those learners who are listening everything. I hope they can make use of these learnings, and they can also start their research work if they want, with help of such comments. And you can see others presentations and their thoughts and their descriptions about their presentations. So okay, yeah, now Mr. Aman is there. Aman, please, you can please start your presentation.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you. So sorry for the inconvenience. Basically, I just got an electric cut here. I was in office, so
Yeah, it's okay. I was seeing you.
yeah. So namaste, everyone. So today we are all connected in this international webinar on embedding mission life in higher education, special campaign 3.0. In this webinar, first of all, I want to thank IGNOU Regional Center Bhopal for giving me this wonderful opportunity of presenting my thoughts in this webinar. And I would like to start with my introduction, with my brief introduction. So basically, I'm pursuing a Bachelor of Social Work Journal from IGNOU. And apart from this, I am responsible for several positions at some organization that is listed here, and I got some awards for different work. So that is also listed here. And related to Mission Life, I have written a book called Choose Life. So that is already available on Amazon. So I'm proud author of that. I'm starting my presentation. So, in this presentation today, I'm going to discuss the three unique ideas that higher educational institutions can adopt to promote lifestyle for environment. We got a great opportunity to already hear a lot of great thinkers today in this meeting. And we got so many thoughts and so many strategies to actively promote life. So, but I have three unique ideas I believe that higher education institutions can adopt. So, first idea that I have that is eco-champions credit system. I made it by myself. So, yeah, let's see what it is. So basically, my first idea that I'm proposing here for HCIs is Eco Champions Credit System. By Eco Champions Credit System, I mean a credit system that can recognize the eco efforts of if higher education institutions can introduce this credit system, just like they are giving credit to their learners based on their academic and practicums. So this will create a space for the students to think in terms of their eco actions as well, and they will be more inspired to take actions for the environment. Because they will be get appreciated for their efforts. So I believe higher education institutions can adopt this credit system, and it can definitely inspire a lot of actions among students. That is our young generation, and their actions soon will become their habit, and that's going to be a big change that higher education institution can lead. So my second idea is plant a tree on course enrollment. So it's kind of it sounds like just a basic idea of what we are discussing here. We are talking about research age and a lot of things, but I got this idea like. I was thinking about actions that we can take, so I just got this idea that higher education institutions can adopt. They can, make it a mandate for the students to plant a tree when they're enrolling for a course in higher education. So, if we can, systematically enable it in India and other countries as well, then there will be, massive plantation and related. So it will raise environmental consciousness and it will encourage eco action. So I believe it can be the second idea that higher education institution can adopt. And the third idea that I believe that can be implemented that is lead impact by Unique Act. I believe higher education institution have a great connection with young generation because all the people are pursuing their higher education. So higher education institutions can introduce this lead impact by unique actor. They can encourage their learners to use their all of their skills, whatever skill they have. Like they have a skill of teaching, they have technical skills like graphic designing, social media, video, and whatever skills they have. Higher education institution can encourage their learners to use those skills to lead eco movement, to make people more follow this lifestyle for the environment that we are talking about. So I believe it's a good idea that can be implemented by higher educational institutions. And yeah, so that's all in this presentation I aim to discuss. And I believe that we should not wait for a change to happen or a call that people involve us in leading change. And even we can't rely on government for changes. So I think we can come to ourselves. We can be a bit selfish here. Like I don't want to change the world. I aim to change myself. So I believe this starts by us. So we can commit to ourselves that I will change myself and the whole world will be changed. So yeah, at the end, I would be welcome to get feedback of all the participants who are listening to me. So you may write me on my given email ID. So yeah, I would be grateful to you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Aman, for your very nice and inspiring presentation that you want to change yourself first. Now, I request Dr. Nayak to give a comment on this presentation, and then have an open session. I can see a lot many students of MBA and other courses are there, so we'll have an open session. And right now, I request Dr. Subhash Ranjan Nayak to please give a comment on the presentation.
Thank you, Dr. Gargav. Uh, the Aman's presentation are very short and a very good presentation, but I I'll ask some question. I think there are some questions in my mind while you are going
Yes, sir.
through his abstract. The abstract was very interesting. That how uh, we use the sustainability from our tradition thing to modern. But the presentation is only three slides, 3 to 4 slides. But he didn't explain, means their techniques and methods in what way they will go through the topics and presentation. I think he has presented the work he's doing only. The abstract is something different. Is it right, Aman? Aman, are you there? Anyway, it's a good presentation, and I think you can open the floor for the question if ma'am will permit.
Okay, you can stop presenting, Aman, and we can ask the learners to come one by one and give their views about the this topic of the webinar, and also about the various presentations and their own plans. Actually, those all those who have registered, more than 180 learners have registered for this conference, and some of them could not join because of their official engagements. But I know that all of them are very much interested in these and this topic, and they want to listen these things. They'll listen later on. They'll watch the YouTube video also. But all those who are connected, I want you to please give a brief submission on the topic and the presentations. So one by one, you can please raise hand, and I'll ask you one by one to come and give your views. You can see very, sincere students are there. I know them by name, Farida and uh, Vasant and Nirmal Kumarji. They all are there. Uh, so I can call you one by one. Please raise hand and I'll ask you to come and speak about this topic and the presentations. Is there anyone want to say something on this webinar? Oh my God. You're not my you all are, I know all of you. Yes, Jutta Wenzel, please speak.
Yeah, hi. Thank you for all your presentations. And I sit here and questioning myself. I found it interesting to see these different perspectives. And often we speak about decision making and trying to do something out of rules and laws and decision making. And for me, from Germany's perspective, it's also a different field of a mainstream collective underlying positive emotion, which is involved with doing differently. For example, using this recycled coffee glasses have the aspect of a positive emotion because people feel reminded of their holiday. So it's a win-win. It's building a habit by a positive psychology, underlying emotion. And for me, I observe in Germany it's so easy to just jump on this train and do different fields differently because people agree to have fun and to do good. It's like a win-win situation.
Okay, thank you. And we were also very happy to know your views and your presentation, especially the tagline two and two double income and no kids. That was something new for us also. And now Farida is saying some of the learners are already on jobs and they are in their workplace, so they are not able to say something. They can write something in the text box if they want. Otherwise, they're not. We can. Okay, now Peter Bakan. Hey, hello. He's from Mauritius, I think. Please say if you want to say something. Please say about the webinar and about any presentation or any learning. Please say. You need to unmute yourself, Peter. Yes, Peter. Please say. Okay, is it by mistake? Actually, these are the challenges we are facing in between. There are so network issues. Now, Abdul Ibrahim, in between you can talk, Mr. Abdul Ibrahim, please talk. Please unmute yourself, Abdul. Abdul Ibrahim, unmute yourself and then say. Oh, okay. We have our one coordinator of our study center. Yes, Abdul, please say.
Hello, ma.
Yes, hello.
Can you hear me? I already left behind. Since the presentation started until this time, my network is fluctuated me. I don't
Yes,
get access to the presentation. That's why I left behind. So I started listening from the beginning to when it called to some community. So I get network problem. That's why I don't have anything to say. Until I say thank a lot for giving me this opportunity to join this presentation.
okay. Actually, this is the issue with many of the
Eventually, I get
African lands.
also really
Yes,
understood
please say that.
the method of this presentation.
Hello, Ma.
Okay. Thank you, Abdul Ibrahim, for your submissions. And if Mila Musa, please say.
Thank you, Ma. This is my last question. For now, I don't have anything to say.
Okay, actually, most of the learners, even I want to share my
Hello.
experience. Yes, Peter, please say.
Um, thank you, ma'am. I'm very sorry. In fact, in South Sudan, we have very bad networks, and
Yes,
I
I
really
know.
appreciate. Yes, I really appreciate your humble time, and I also greet my colleagues and the administration of the university. In fact, the topic is very important and very excellent. When I was actually listening to the presentation of my colleagues, from the first presenters and also the last person, all the topics are actually valid and they are very important. As one of the student who also got chance to attend such outstanding presentation today is very important. I will really say thank to the presenters and also the organizers. One of the important things that interests me the most, uh, the topic is really very valid at the context of South Sudan. For example, I'm in the state where there's so many companies that are actually drilling oil, but I'm seeing the issue of the environmental impact. It has really a very great impact into the community. People are losing life. The sewages or there is the cycles of the environment actually looks very bad. I would really interesting if the colleagues also share their abstract with us. We will actually take it as one of the initiatives, though we have not yet actually started anything about it, but it has really give us a very great ideas and opportunities to also help our governments, our community also to make sure life is very important and life is actually very precious, and the action actually started from someone like myself. So I quoted my colleague that if we need to improve our environment, we should be responsible first as individual, second as the community, and at the larger state. So I thank you, ma'am, the rest of the staff of the university, and also the student who did a very great presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Peter, for your submission and encouraging this effort. And I know my all the African, especially African countries, learners are facing hurdles for, especially for their works and for their internet. And we are also somewhere. I try to match the timing at the best, but there is some, the time difference is such that when you are free we are in mid of the night. So somewhat try to manage, and you also try to manage, I know. Thank you very much for your submission. And many others are listening, and I know they all are connected. And like one of my friend Farida is saying that right now I'm in work, and Mr. Mungi, Nirmal is there. Nirmal says that actually at work, and thanks for such good webinar. Heads of the to the presenters, and above all, thank you very much. And Dr. Mahendra Vishwakarma, who is our coordinator at BSS College, saying that ma'am, topic of the webinar is very good, and it is it is the need of an hour to have lifestyle changes. Um, Now we have one more message in the chat box. I want to read that. Actually, my learners are so good. Richard Kachisto, sorry for the bad pronunciation. Richard Kachisto says the paper. Okay, someone want to join now. Okay. Ah, okay. Just a moment. Yes, Richard says the paper waste management practices are essential for achieving the goals of environmental conservation, including preserving ecosystem, reduce pollution, and promoting sustainability. By integrating both, we can work towards healthier and more sustainable planet. Thank you for the webinar, and this will bring very big impact in our areas. Thank you. And yes, Aman Kumar says very wonderful webinar. This is just actually the all learners, and I want to say that this is just a beginning, and we are starting with a bit, and one by one we'll have some more webinars and series. We'll also have a workshop for how to write papers and how to write abstracts and how to plan projects. So we'll announce that soon. But right now it was just a start and learning also for us. Next time we'll be more prepared. And one more message is from uh, Solomi Kambando. The webinar was good. Thanks to all organizers and paper presenters. I was good to hear. It was good to hear different perspective of on environmental issues. Wishing you have many of these great topics. Very good. And the mission life is all about accepting the environment as your own life, in your own lifestyle, your lifestyle, like your habits and your daily routine. These should be like in such a manner that you harm the environment least. At, uh, and this is the basic fundament that we are using less plastic. We are When we go for purchasing, we should keep in mind that if it is very important to purchase plastic things, then only we should purchase. Otherwise we should go for other environment friendly options, and so many other things are there. So this is lifestyle we are going to change. We are going to change ourselves, our family, then our community, and then like that we can change whole nation and whole world. So then like that we go towards the philosophy of Vasudev Kutumbakam, like the whole world is one one family. So on that note, I think, ma'am, we are not coming with some more talks, and no other learner are saying that they want to say something. So we can move forward with your permission.
Yes, Smriti, I think we are like almost 3 hours into the program, and it has been interesting, although the attendance has now become thin. But definitely, it was a great session, and people have been enjoying. And I could see that learners have been joining in between too. That is what I realized is, although they were in different time zones, whenever they could manage, they've actually tried to come
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
program, even for brief periods. So that was great. We had wonderful resource persons and great presentations from the students as well. Students also did a great job. Some of them were just in graduation, but they tried to put their thoughts together in a very good way, and that is really like we're all praised for you people, and we look forward to more such things in future. And as our resource person said, as Anshuman sir, as Smriti just rightly said, what we are all aiming at is changing or modifying our lifestyles in such a way that we are in tune with the environment. And people who are able to maintain or modify such lifestyles, they are called pro-planet people. So what we are all aiming at is becoming pro-planet people, and then having a concept of being one family and the whole earth being one family, and then working towards in solidarity towards towards a better environment and a better world. That is the idea of the human race. So, compliments to each one for the presentation. I think, Smriti, now we can conclude.
Yes, I request Dr. Anshuman Upadhyay, sir, please give vote of thanks, and with that note, we can conclude the program.
Thank you, Dr. Smriti ma'am. This was a great marathon mind logging sessions for issues which is concerned to everyone individually as well as collectively. So, to propose a vote of thanks, I would first of all thank the two resource persons who have given very briefly, who have initiated the thought process. Like the first resource person, Dr. Thakkar, he started the need for adaptation and how adaptation and mitigation is different, and what is the individual role and responsibility of every person, and how he can contribute into the adaptation policy, and how he can reduce the carbon dioxide, which is the main cause. Carbon dioxide emission, which is the main cause of this climate change and related issues. So, from the core of my heart, I would like to thank Professor Thakkar on behalf of all the international students, IGNOU Regional Center, and the organizers, and from Regional Director, Dr. Vineet Osman. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I would like to thank Professor Shati Sharma, who is working in the School of Interdisciplinary and Transdisciplinary Studies. And she has been expert for these issues, and she has taken on several initiatives in the campus. So she has very practically explained the issues which the students should take care while contributing towards mitigation of climate change. So it was a very nice and brief presentation and a practical presentation from Madam Sachi Shah. So, on behalf of the IGNOU Regional Center, I would like to thank ma'am. I would like to thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, and Pro Vice Chancellor, sir, Director RSD, for giving us opportunity to and giving and guiding us for organizing this event. And the main source of inspiration for this event is came from our regional director, senior regional director, Dr. Vineet Osman, who has been a guiding factor and inspiring and a very inspirational as far as this academic activities are concerned. So, from the core of my heart and from all colleagues in the regional center, I would like to thank Dr. Vineet Osman for all the support in organizing this event. This event has been planned and coordinated and organized by Dr. Smriti Garado ma'am, who has been tirelessly working on the abstracts, on the organizational aspects, and she has conducted today's program in a very efficient manner, and integrating her knowledge, her experience, as well as the issues which students, especially in African countries, are facing. She is very well aware. She has been supporting all the presenters because she knows what are the problems, especially as far as the connectivity is concerned. So, on behalf of IGNOU Regional Center, as well as all the presenters and students from abroad, I thank Dr. Smriti Garga ma'am for her vibrant present in today's program, as well as the planning and the coordination activity. Thank you so much, ma'am. I would also like to thank my colleagues, Dr. Kumud Verma ma'am, Dr. Subhash Ranjan, and those who were the persons, and again Dr. Smriti Garga, those who have worked, read through the abstracts and very judiciously selected because these is a very difficult work. Every abstract was having a very substantial thing, and it was a draft only. But we have, due to limited limitations of time, only few abstracts have been selected for the presentation. So I thank the core academic team of IGNOU RC Bhopal. I would also like to thank Mr. Chandra Prakash Senior, Mr. Ashish Kumar, Mr. Ajit Singh for providing all types of support. These are they represent the administrative wing of the regional center. Besides this, all coordinators who have joined us from India, from our region, as well as other parts of country, as well as from abroad, I thank them for their support and active participation in this program. And in the last, the most important thanks is being deserved by the students, not only from different countries, especially in the African nations, the Mauritius, Germany, and all the presenters who have given their best to think of about the most important global problem which today individually as a humankind we are facing. And in the last, I would like to conclude the things that whenever we talk about environment, we have to think two words very specifically. That is, you have to think globally and act locally. So please think global aspects of the climate change and related issues, especially sustainable development. But your simple acts of at local level can really contribute. Thank you very much to everyone.
Thank you very much, sir. So, with this note, we can conclude this program, and I declare this webinar as concluded or complete. We can leave the meeting. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. And if you switch off the recording, then we can.
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you
sir.
so much, ma'am.
I'm doing that. Thank you, Dr. Nayak, Dr. Anshuman Upadhyay, sir, or mostly Dr. Bini ma'am, who always encourage us for new endeavors.
Thanks to everyone.